Things that fit inside the Galaxy Note 3 display, Part 1. Hey, what is up guys? I'm KBHD here, and this is the Galaxy Note 3 from Samsung. This phone is really new. It's really quite nice so far, and it's really big. This is a huge phone, and it's not the biggest phone out there, obviously, but we kind of had to see this coming. I mean, the first Galaxy Note was a runaway success, and it had a screen size of 5.3 inches. And then the Galaxy Note 2 came out a year after that, and it had a screen size of 5.5 inches. And here we have the Galaxy Note 3, and the screen is 5.7 inches diagonally. Now, I have big hands, so sometimes it's kind of hard for me to show how large or small devices are relative to other things. And I mean, you know this phone is big, but it's kind of hard to show exactly how big it is. So that is exactly what this video is for. I'm going to be comparing it to some other relatively similar sized smartphones and some other household objects to hopefully give you a better idea of exactly how big the Galaxy Note 3 is. Now, no, this is not the full review, obviously. This is just a size comparison, but that is definitely coming up soon. So be sure to subscribe below if you haven't already to be among the first to see that when it comes out. It'll be a very in-depth video. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and check this out. So the easiest way to get the point across is with the exact dimensions of the Note 3. So if you have a ruler, get it out handy. This device is 5.95 inches tall by 3.12 inches wide and 0.33 inches thick. That's 151 millimeters in height and 71 millimeters wide, and the thickness is 8.3 millimeters. So it's actually a little bit narrower than the Galaxy Note 2 was by a little bit. As you can see, they really took the design of the Galaxy S4 here. But you might not have a Galaxy Note 2 or a Galaxy S4, but here's something a bit more familiar. This is the iPhone 5S and all its fingerprint sensor glory. This iPhone has a 4-inch display diagonally, so we'll move that over to the side here. Now there's another phone that comes in a similar size body, but with a slightly larger display, and that's this Moto X, and that comes with a 4.7-inch display. And you can see how similarly sized they actually are when you put them next to each other, but a lot of people don't get to do that. But either way, moving right on up here, we have a 5-inch display in the form of a Galaxy S4. And you can see we're starting to get a little bit bigger here to the point where you'd think that's a significantly larger device than the iPhone. And then we get to another even larger device, the Oppo Find 5, that also has a 5-inch display, but when you put it alongside the Galaxy S4, you can see it looks even bigger, and you're starting to push the limits of your pockets here. And of course, then we bring in the Galaxy Note 3. This is our 5.7-inch display, and you can see it actually doesn't look all that much bigger than the Oppo Find 5, despite having a much larger display. But at the end of the day, when you zoom out a little bit and take a look at the smallest of the tablets, it's still nowhere near the size of the Nexus 7, and it's significantly more pocketable. So the bottom line here is the Galaxy Note 3, it's big. It's not ridiculously big. It's not too big for most people, like some other devices that I have shown on this channel before, and some more that I have in the pipeline, obviously. But it's nice to know exactly how big it is relative to some other things on a scale. Now, there are some devices that I wasn't able to show you guys because I don't have them, but I'm going to point you guys to a link right below that like button to Phone Arena's site, and they have a tool at that link where you can actually basically calibrate your display to the phone you have and hold it up to the display and get a real-time comparison of what other similarly sized smartphones look like. So it's a really useful tool. So if you have a smartphone that I didn't show, or if you just have a smartphone and want to see the exact representation of the Note 3's size relative to your phone, you can do that at this tool. So I'm going to point you to that. That's the link below that like button. Either way, this has been it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And without any further ado, I'll sign off and get to working, get to testing. Got some testing to do. This is the Galaxy Note 3. Peace.